Hey, it's Michael Zapersky here. Hope you're having a great day. I got quite a few comments and also messages about my last video where I just put out a question, which really was, would you like to know how we've been able to run $1 million consulting business while still traveling a lot? And so in my case, when I say traveling, I mean traveling because you want to, not traveling because you have to. And so in the last 12 months or so, I've traveled for about 5 months with my family in different countries and cities around the world. So here is today I'm going to share with you the first principle. There's 6 principles that we've used in our business to be able to run a successful business and still have a lot of freedom, time to travel, time to do on hobbies, family time, like whatever's meaningful for you, right? This is what we've been doing. So number 1 is a simple business model. This is a very, very important principle. In our case, we have just 2 to 3 like core offerings in our business. We don't have 10 service offerings. We don't have even like 5 or 6 or 7 different things that we're focusing on and that we need to coordinate, because like this is what I've really observed in the marketplace is that a lot of people believe that in order to grow, you need to add more services, add more products. You need to build more of this and build more of that in order to grow. But for the type of business that is meaningful for me, which means having a lot of time to spend with my family, not just locked up in some office, like working with my nose to the keyboard until I can't, concentrate any longer. That doesn't sound like fun to me. I want to be able to work closely with clients, add a lot of value, and still have a successful business with a lot of freedom. So having a simple business model is key, because what I've seen, really to be able to grow your business, it's not about addition, it's about subtraction. The most successful businesses that I've actually analyzed typically are very, very focused. They don't try and add a lot of things, especially early on, until they've reached like a really critical level of success. They remove a lot of stuff. They've simplified their product. They've simplified their service offering so that they really are very, very focused. And that means that you can be more focused, that you can be more confident and more clear about what you're offering, because you don't have a lot of complexity. You don't have a lot of baggage. You don't have to try and decide, well, do I offer this thing to that person or that thing to that person? Or, which of these 10 things should I put it forward? Which of these 10 things should I try and focus on my website? Because that's a lot of distraction. So you can run a very successful $1 million business, even 7-8 figure business, with just having 2 or 3 core offerings. And that makes it a lot easier for you to know what you're offering to the marketplace. It makes it a lot easier as well for you to be able to decide, like, where do you put your focus and what do you improve on? Because if you have 5 or 10 different things that you have to try and scatter yourself to improve, like, which one do you improve first? It's really hard to make significant improvements and add more value to anything that you're doing if you're all over the place. So principle number 1 that we've used consistently that has really helped us is a simplified business model. And again, you don't need many different products or services to run a successful business. We've been able to achieve this with just 2 to 3 that we focus on consistently. We're always working to improve them, to add more value for our clients, but also allows us to get really, really good at them. Right? If you're doing a lot of different things, it's hard to get really good at any one of those things because you're spending so much time on many different things. So we focus on just a few, get very, very good at them, and continue to improve and to improve and to improve on them, which allows us to kind of reach the level where you become world class. Like you're achieving mastery because you're very, very focused. That principle has really helped us. And I think these days, so many of us are surrounded by so much noise in the marketplace, so many opportunities, so many options. Almost every day, certainly every week, we get people saying, hey, would you like to partner with us on this? Can you promote this thing for us? Just a lot of different offers, a lot of different opportunities. And these opportunities could be really good. They could certainly add more revenue to our business, but in the short term, not in the long term. And so by saying no, right, subtracting a lot of opportunities that could be good, but they're not the right ones, we've been able to stay very focused to consistently achieve and make progress towards our vision and goals for the period that we're focusing on. And it's worked out well. It's been really efficient for us, really effective for us. and that is the number one principle. So here's a bit of a takeaway for you, that I just made a question to consider. What is your business model right now? How many different services do you have? How many different product offerings do you have? And is it too complex? Could you maybe strip away some of the things that aren't working very well for you? Like really get focused on the ones that are creating the most revenue, the most impact, and put aside all the other ones that aren't. Give that some thought, and I'll share principle number 2 with you in the coming days or so, maybe even tomorrow.